all know what a big game that was yesterday. We all know how much fun it was, how good the Browns looked. I've been on social media today and watched people try to say this is the best win since they came back in '99, and I just want to go, hold on a second. That's all. A year ago, 3 days or 4 days, they were coming off a 40-25 win in Baltimore, in which one of their wide receivers threw a pass, in which they had 550 yards total offense, and it was against a division opponent. And we all thought, okay, here we go. This is what it's gonna look like under Fred.
That was game 2 of the season.
Game 4.
Game 4, right? Sorry.
It made them 2-2, that win in Baltimore. So, listen, there's a lot of reason to get excited. All I'm saying is that they're only a game better than they were last year at this time. I think there are some signs that that they're better off all around than they were, certainly at head coach. But we're also talking about going into week 5 now without Nick Chubb and for several weeks ahead.
Don't you think that's so Cleveland, that the football gods let you have a great performance and historical performance, and then at the end you find out that their best running back is injured, and at the time you didn't know how long he was going to be out? Isn't that so Cleveland?
Yeah, and the other part of it that struck me too was, the people who are now saying this is the greatest win since they came back in '99. Also, some of those people were on social media worried beyond reason for the way that game was going at the end, So here they gave up a huge lead and still won. So I'm not sure that we can necessarily call this one of the great wins in Browns history.
It was one of the most exciting wins, all things considered.
It's absolutely true. And I think there's more of this to come, if I had to bet.
Well, it's also interesting because some tricky stuff happened, but they seemed to be tricky stuff that didn't look like it was kind of out of this world kind of stuff. It looked like they'd done it before. It looks like they were very good at it, calm, collected. I didn't like it when they pitched out at the end to OBJ. And when you watch the replay, you see there's only one guy who could have gotten him, and he was never going to do that. What you didn't know when the play unfolded is how many guys were downfield to block for OBJ. But don't they look more prepared for things like that? And B, there's a limited amount of whistles going on every time there's a decent play. And I think that directly goes to the head coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about a team that's not only leading the league in rushing yardage right now, but also leading in takeaways. I don't know where they are penalty-wise, but certainly they have to be one of the least penalized teams in the league right now.
There doesn't seem to be any that cost them big plays or big series. That I recall. And I also don't recall a team for or against Cleveland that ever converted on 3 two-point field goal, 2-point extra points.
Yeah,
that's almost impossible.
That was a real anomaly. The thing about these guys is when they try these, you want to call them gimmicks or trick plays or whatever, that's not the meat of what they are. I mean, they are a hand off and come right at you kind of team right now. And I know that may change a little bit with Chubb being out, but certainly Stefanski has found some good backups to Kareem Hunt from the looks of it, at least able backups. We don't know how good they are. Maybe we're looking at a situation where the running game won't be seriously hurt because the offensive line is working so well together right now.
I'll tell you, if you really want to find out if Stefanski is a good coach, especially at trick plays, next week if he has Jarvis Landry throw the ball right-handed, that'll be impressive.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with the pitch out to Beckham because, and I realized he could have been knocked down 12 yards deep in the backfield, and that would have been, we'd all be talking about that play today. But I like the fact that he found a way without risking an incompletion that stops the clock. He found a way to get the ball into Beckham's hands late in the game when great players do great things. So I didn't have an issue with the fact that they ran what they ran there.